They were just sent to war, thrown in the deep end. These were young people and they had no idea what's coming, and they all developed post-traumatic stress disorder. I am Professor Ryan Blumenthal, forensic pathologist, and this is Lessons for the Living. Many people ask me, how do we psychologically prepare people who have to attend a mortuary visit? These may be students, these may be detectives, these may be psychologists, these may be paramedics, these may be lawyers. But when they come and attend an autopsy, they cannot just go in there because they may be triggered or something can affect them. So I'm going to share just a few words today on how you prepare yourself to attend an autopsy session psychologically. And this comes from the book Warrior Mindset. And this book explains how the Marines train their members before they go to war. Now, in the past, they were just sent to war, thrown in the deep end. These were young people and they had no idea what's coming, and they all developed post-traumatic stress disorder. They came off the field whining, moaning, crying, complaining, fainting, you name it, they had it. However, the next group were trained better. They were trained with the when this, then that principle. They were told, listen, if you're going into war, you can expect this or this or this. And then when this or this or this happened, they were able to manage it much better because they were psychologically prepared for what's coming. So too, doctors. If they just put a drip in your arm and walk away without telling you why they're doing this, and if that drip has a complication, you will not be happy with that doctor or that nurse. For example, that catheter or drip may jump out of the vein. So you have to pre-psych the patient. You've got to say, listen, I'm going to put in a drip into your arm. What can go wrong is that this thing can jump out the vein. And it's important for us to put this drip in your arm because we're going to put solution into your blood which will help dilute your blood and will help you feel better. So people need to understand why you're doing this and what can go wrong. And if it does go wrong, you need to say, listen, if this jumps out the vein and tissues, or if you get fluid under the skin, this is a normal complication and we can manage this. So when it happens, you'll be able to deal with it much better. So too, if you have to go for an MRI, you don't just put someone in an MRI. You have to tell them, listen, this is magnetic resonance image machine, and it's important and necessary for us to diagnose what's going on inside of you. And you're going to lie there for 30 to 40 minutes, and you may hear a sound. This is all normal. But if you just put someone in that machine and walk away, they're going to freak out, they're going to have a reaction. So we train people to say, listen, you're going into a mortuary. We need dignity, respect, and sensitivity here. People have lost loved ones. What you can expect to see is the following. This is all normal day-to-day work. But once you've been pre-psyched sufficiently, you will not have post-traumatic stress disorder. My advice is to have PTSD, pre-traumatic stress disorder. You've got to warn people of what's coming, and then there'll be no triggers afterwards. So warn people of what's coming and tell them that they chose to be there for whatever reason, and that this is what happens in a day-to-day environment. Because when people are exposed to things that they're not expecting, that is when the trouble comes. So we need to be pre-educated, pre-taught of what we can expect, and there'll be less post-traumatic stress in this world. These are all personal opinions from my many years behind the autopsy table. It's public health advice from the autopsy table. Please do not sue me. But if you find this helpful, you're welcome to buy me a coffee. The link is in the description.
Voila.